everyone, welcome to the Let's Talk Mommy show. We're here for another month of Bloggers Inside, and we're here with the beautiful Lucy from Dear Beautiful. Thank you for being my guest today, Lucy. Lucy's going to delve into her videoing knowledge with us today. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your blog and your family.
Okay, so I blog at Dear Beautiful, and I basically blog about our family lives and what we get up to. So I've got a little boy and a little girl, and we just basically blog about the adventures we get up to, the things that they're doing at the time, what their latest milestones are, and that sort of thing.
So did that start your videoing off, or were you into videoing before, or did you just really capture family memories?
I come from a family that do a lot of videoing. My brother studied video at university, so we've always been one of those families that videos a lot of stuff anyway, and we have videos of all our Christmases and birthdays and that sort of thing. But I didn't do it initially. When I first became a mum, I never used to video stuff, and then I don't know, there was just this kind of moment where I thought, you know what, I need to be capturing those moments. And I think sometimes with video, you capture particularly children more truthfully than you do in a photo, because you capture all their little movements and gestures,
personality,
and stuff. That doesn't always come across in a flat photo. I think sometimes it comes across more in a video, and I just wanted to capture that.
Yeah, I want my kids to be able to look back at the childhood, because I have nothing to look back on, whereas it's nice that you have that. So it's a nice thing to have. Do you remember your very first day out you videoed?
Yeah, I do. And looking back at it now, it's really sweet, because at the time, my little girl particularly was really little. I think we did it in March, but it would have been like nearly 2 years ago now. So my little girl she wasn't even 6 months old, and she was tiny and all wrapped up in her pram, and she slept. There's lots of videos of her sleeping, and my little boy just looked so tiny. And I look at it and I cringe, because I think I've learned a lot more about video since, but it's so nice that we've got it, and I just love that we've got those memories.
I like the build up too of people learning throughout, so you can see how much you've done and learned, and it is practice, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's your favourite angle to video the kids? Do you think you get down with them and play, or do you think far away sometimes to zoom in on the family?
I think videos are more interesting when you vary it up. So when I take photographs of the children, I tend to get down to their eye level, because I think I don't know, it just feels more genuine somehow when it's at their level. But when I video, I do a real combination. So I'll get right down at their level and get the details, but I'll also try and get the bigger picture of what's going on, because we tend to be videoing a day out. So I want that mixture of their reactions to what's happening, but also the bigger picture of what's happening at the time. So I kind of a bit of a combination.
So do you prefer your videos like a story then, like little snippets here instead of just one chunk?
They tend to be narrative, and I do tend to, when I'm editing my videos together, edit them together in a narrative way. Not always. I have done ones that jump around a little bit more, but I tend to kind of have that definite, this is where my day started, and this is what we got up to, and this is how the day ended, and they tell the full story.
That's good, because it captures the whole memory, doesn't it?
So and it's all about that whole being truthful. Those videos, I put them on my blog, and they are for other people to watch, but they're for us. And they tell that story, and it's not in my interests to muck it all around, because I want to remember it the way that it really was. So
even when it gets crying, throwing the cupcake on the floor. I like that, because like you said, it gives more from photography. But it's nice when they're older to look back what they used to be like.
Definitely.
And to me, I like that
video
video
aspect. My kids love watching the videos already. My children ask to watch the videos, and they'll watch themselves, and they just, I think kids naturally are really interested in themselves, but they love watching videos of themselves and the things they've up to, and it helps them to remember stuff they've done.
Because at the young age they won't be able to remember it, because they see it and associate with it. When you're doing your music to match your, do you try to match the actual song and the words to your actual day out, or do you just try to find?
Depends. Sometimes I just hear a song that I absolutely love, and I know that I want to make a video to it, and sometimes I'll go out for the day and I already have the song in mind, and that's quite nice sometimes. Almost you can almost shoot things differently, knowing what
pieces of the song.
But most of the time, I tend to choose it afterwards, and it depends on what the feel of the day was. So if we've been out on a summery day out, I want something summery and fun. If we've been to a theme park, I want something really upbeat. If we've had a really chilled out day, I want something a bit more chilled out. So I tend to choose different music that really matched what the day was like.
The tune to the themes goes, because sometimes you'll watch a video, and we've all done it, and you're like, whoa, that song does not go anywhere.
And sometimes, and I'm also one of those people that's massively into lyrics, and lyrics can completely ruin a song for me, and sometimes I'll go, no, I can't use it. The lyrics just don't match what the day was
with a family, definitely.
So it's kind of a mixture.
That's a good mixture though, because it's almost your signature as well, because it flows together. Do you have like a video found that inspire you, or videos you like to watch?
I don't think especially. It sounds really geeky, but I do pick up a lot of stuff off like the more trashy TV. So like I don't watch a massive amount of trashy TV, but things like Made in Chelsea, they do these kind of like, they'll do like the really nice kind of introductory shots and then they get into what's going on with the people. And I like to get that mixture of kind of atmospheric shots and the kind of the bits that set it. So like a picture of maybe a sign that shows you where you are.
The fence, don't they?
Yeah, and those sorts of things. So as much as I would not say that I was necessarily inspired by Made in Chelsea, I take those sort of clues from television of just little things that help you set the scene a little bit.
Little tips to help you along, mould your videos. What's your best in editing for your videos?
I do everything on iMovie.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you find it the easiest for iMovie with like uploading to YouTube and picking music and just do it? Because I find it hard to edit on YouTube. So
I've never tried editing.
Oh gosh, I use iMovie as well.
No, I've always edited on iMovie. I started off using the iMovie on iPad, which is obviously like a really, really easy app. And then I kind of felt like I had restrictions with that, so I went across to using like the full software version. And I do still find restrictions with it, but most of the time I can find a way around to get what I want to get out of it. So. Oh,
that's good. Would you recommend a length for days out? Obviously you don't want to do like 50 minutes because we take lots of shots, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. I generally will use the length of a song, so I don't tend to go I almost kind of look at them as being a little bit like a music video, so I will use the length of that song to tell the story of the day. So generally songs are kind of between 2 and 4 minutes. So it kind of depends on the day, and sometimes I might have a song in mind and then when I get home I think I've got so much footage I'm going to need a 4-minute song rather than a 2-minute song, but I tend to literally use the length of a song because I think if you go much beyond about 4 or 5 minutes, if it's just of a day out, there's not that much that could have gone on in a day out that's going to need more than 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's great for our memories, but you kind of lose interest if you're sharing the videos.
If you're going to do like a week, so if it's a holiday or you've done something, I think it can be a little bit longer, but I kind of think if you're just doing it for a day.
Yeah. Do you ever like use the same song and then, because it's longer, play the same song again in the same video, or do you just try to make it a song?
Yeah, I would literally just do a song. At one time I used to do, and I'd perhaps put 2 songs together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't use the same song twice.
Right.
And I'd kind of have to move on to a different song, I think.
For like new parents, like you said, as parents ourselves, we want to capture for our kids and our memories. Would you give them little tips and say like, make sure you do it once a month so you have that memory of childhood so they can look back on it?
Just pick the camera up. I don't really think it matters when. I mean, in December, no, not in December. In the summer, I set myself a personal project, and it wasn't something that went on my blog, and I videoed every single day for 3 months. And I didn't make a vlog but I literally just videoed little tiny details of our summer. And it just got me in the habit of picking up the camera, having a play around with things. And I got some cute little shots that I could use in other videos that we were making at the time. But it was just about picking it up and practicing and getting in that habit of picking up the camera and just capturing those little details. And I video loads of little clips of my kids all the time that aren't for vlogs, and they're not for the blog, and they're not for it. They're just for us, so that we've got those little videos to watch. But I just think keep picking them up and just keep getting those videos. Yeah.
I think you feel unnatural to do it, so it's always, and you shake, and I think people get nervous, but once you just have the habit of doing it, it's really good. Do you think, what do you use to video your kids? Do you think like sometimes you use your iPhone, or do you always just use one thing to video your days out?
Generally on a day out I'll be using 3 different cameras, and then during a video there'll be 3 different cameras. So there'll be bits from my phone, there might be bits from Rich's phone as well, depending on what's happened. I'll use my DSLR, and I often use a GoPro. So all those 3 cameras will give me slightly different things. So I tend to use the DSLR for the artier shots if I want to get something a little bit out of focus, or I want to bring it into focus and kind of really focus in on details. The GoPro's got a massively wide angle on it, so it's really great for catching like the whole picture of what's going on. And also for the more sort of active, actiony stuff, that's better.
Yeah, because little kids move everywhere.
But the DSLR is really hard to focus on stuff that's moving really fast. So phones tend to be better for picking up those sorts of things. If the kids are like at great speed, then a phone tends to be better for that. So I use a combination
of different things in a video.
And then just upload all of it, the copious amounts of footage, and then edit all together into the little
Your space must be exploding.
Yeah, it's quite bad.
Do you have a main storage that you use for like all your videos?
Yeah.
Because computers just crap. Computers always like too
mine's
much,
all
too much.
on a hard drive, so
Okay.
it all gets uploaded onto the computer, and I edit the video normally as fast as I possibly can, so I can get it all off the computer again.
And then just keep everything on the external drive.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Do you have any main advice for all the video families out there?
Just, I guess what I said earlier, just video. Pick up the camera and have a go. Because even if you're not going to do it for a blog or for a vlog or for YouTube or whatever, it's nice to have for you. And I love the fact that my mum and dad were a video kind of family. And I love the fact, I mean, my brother was the kind of one that really inspired me in the arty making of videos, because that's what he was really good at. But I just love the fact that we have the videos at all. And I think they're really nice to have as a memory. And I really think they help us to remember things that have happened that we would have forgotten otherwise.
Yeah, because I think as parents, you remember the big milestones, but as they age, you do forget even the little running down the beach, but those videos always bring that all back.
Yeah,
and
so
even as adults,
I think kids' memories are terrible. Like kids are,
mine's horrible.
I have no doubt, my kids have done some amazing things. They've been really lucky to do some fantastic things that I know. I mean, they're only 2 and 4 now, and I don't really remember being 2 and 4. But my kids can remember going to Legoland 2 years ago, because there's a video of them going to Legoland.
So it's in their subconscious mind.
So they think they can remember it, and they can remember it because they've got it on video. So they've got that as a memory. So it's really good.
Oh, brilliant! Thank you so much for being my guest and sharing all your knowledge. And thank you, and stay tuned for next month. Bye for now.
Bye.